You've heard that walking keeps you healthy after 60. But here is what the official guidelines do not tell you. Walking checks just one box. According to the CDC, most older adults miss the two exercises that protect independence, strength, and balance. As falls remain the #1 threat to mobility, what is hiding between the lines of every wellness routine? That silent gap is costing more than you might think. Every morning, millions of adults over 60 lace up their shoes, check their step counters, and set out to hit a familiar goal, 8,000 to 10,000 steps. This daily ritual is more than a trend. It has become a measure of health and a badge of commitment. But numbers alone do not tell the full story. According to the CDC, physical activity for older adults is not a single race to rack up steps. It is a checklist with 3 distinct parts: aerobic activity, muscle strengthening, and balance. Walking easily fills the first requirement. It is excellent for the heart, lungs, and mood. But when it comes to the other 2 pillars, strength and balance, walking falls short. The CDC's current guidelines recommend at least 150 minutes a week of moderate aerobic exercise, for example, brisk walking, plus muscle strengthening activities 2 days a week and regular balance training. Each category supports a different aspect of independence. Aerobic activity keeps the cardiovascular system strong. Strength exercises such as chair stands or wall push-ups help with daily tasks like climbing stairs or carrying groceries. Balance activities like standing on one foot or walking heel to toe protect against falls. Step counters and walking groups are great for motivation, but they can create a false sense of security. Hitting a step goal checks only one box. The other 2, strength and balance, are just as essential, especially after 60, when muscle loss and changes in stability become more pronounced. The real question is not how many steps you take, but whether your routine covers all 3 parts of the guideline. That is where most routines leave a silent gap. A single misstep can change everything. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that every year, millions of adults over 65 experience a fall. For many, the impact does not end with a bruise or a sprain. A broken bone or a shaken sense of stability can mean weeks in recovery, lost confidence, and sometimes a permanent shift in daily life. Suddenly, simple routines like getting dressed, making breakfast, or stepping outside become sources of worry. Friends and family may begin to question whether living alone is safe. The freedom to move about the neighborhood, travel, or even climb stairs can slip away overnight. Falls are now the leading cause of injury-related hospital visits among older adults in the United States. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's latest overview emphasizes that the true cost of a fall is measured not just in medical bills, but in lost independence. After a serious fall, many people stop doing the activities they love out of fear. It might happen again. This loss of confidence leads to less movement, which weakens muscles further and raises the risk of another fall. That creates a cycle that is hard to break. Most falls are not random accidents. Balance and strength play a central role in preventing them. Health authorities point out that exercise is the most effective defense, especially routines that build leg strength and challenge stability. The message is clear. Protecting independence after 60 means looking beyond step counts. It means building the physical tools to stay upright, steady, and self-reliant, no matter what the day brings. Major health authorities have weighed the evidence and come to a clear conclusion. Exercise is one of the most reliable ways to protect independence as we age. In June 2024, the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force, a panel known for its rigorous standards, issued a recommendation stating that exercise interventions provide a net benefit for preventing falls in adults 65 and older who live in the community. This is not just expert opinion. It is based on a careful review of dozens of clinical trials and real-world programs. A comprehensive evidence review published in JAMA that month looked across hundreds of studies and found a consistent pattern. Older adults who participated in structured exercise programs experienced fewer falls and fewer injuries compared to those who did not. The benefits extended to both minor and serious falls, including those that could lead to hospitalization or long-term loss of mobility. These findings held true whether participants started out active or sedentary, and the impact was seen in both men and women. The message from these respected institutions is straightforward. Exercise is not just a good idea. It is a proven method to reduce the risk of falls and maintain the ability to live with independence. The most effective programs included a mix of strength, balance, and aerobic activities. But the common thread was regular movement tailored to older adults' needs. With this level of endorsement, adding strength and balance to a walking routine becomes more than a suggestion. It is a strategy grounded in evidence, offering a real chance to prevent the setbacks that can follow a fall. Adding balance training to a weekly exercise plan does more than just check a box. It multiplies the protective effect against falls. A meta-analysis from 2017, published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, found that exercise programs that included balance work led to greater reductions in fall rates compared to routines focused only on strength or aerobic activity. This is not just about numbers, it is about real-world safety. When balance is practiced regularly, the risk of falling drops even further than with strength or aerobic training alone. The World Health Organization recommends that adults over 65 include balance exercises at least 3 days a week, especially for those who have noticed changes in stability or who have mobility limitations. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency. Even short daily sessions, standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, or practicing heel-to-toe walking along a hallway, can help retrain the body's sense of position and reaction. The evidence is clear. Balance is not optional. It is a core part of staying independent, and the frequency matters as much as the type. For most older adults, aiming for balance activities 3 or more times per week is a practical, proven target. A simple movement, standing up from a chair without using your hands, reveals more about long-term health than most people realize. Researchers have tracked this test for years, and the findings are striking. In a 2025 Science Direct study, older adults with high blood pressure who could quickly and smoothly rise from a chair faced a lower risk of death from any cause, including heart disease. The association is so clear that chair stand performance now stands alongside walking speed and balance as a top predictor of future health for people over 60. It is not about athleticism or speed, but about the strength and power in your legs. These muscles do the heavy lifting every time you get up from a meal, climb stairs, or catch yourself during a stumble. When leg power fades, daily life becomes harder and the risk of losing independence grows. Chair stands offer a practical at-home signal. If getting up from a chair is slow or shaky, it is a sign that targeted strength work could make a real difference. This single test connects directly to how well you will move, recover, and stay independent in the years ahead. A complete weekly routine for adults over 60 starts with 3 key components: aerobic activity, strength, and balance. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Falls Compendium, highlights simple moves that can be adapted at home. Begin each session with a gentle warm-up, such as marching in place or slow leg swings for 5 minutes. For strength, aim for 2 sessions per week. Use body weight exercises like chair stands, wall push-ups, and step-ups. Perform 8 to 12 repetitions of each, and rest as needed. For balance, include 3 to 5 minutes daily. Try standing on one foot with a sturdy chair nearby, or walk heel to toe along a hallway. These exercises match what is used in successful fall prevention programs. On most days, continue your walking routine for heart health. The American Heart Association describes this as the aerobic foundation, with strength and balance layered on top. Always check with your doctor before starting if you have health concerns, pain, or a history of falls. Use support for balance drills and progress gradually. Safety and consistency matter more than speed or intensity. Today, strength and balance exercises are not just helpful, they are essential. Since falls are now the leading cause of injury among older adults, how we move shapes how we age. Independence is not only about staying active, it is also about staying strong. The future you want starts with the strength you build today.